What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age 2. So, we are going to finish up Kirkwall's nighttime cycle here, and we're going to start that by heading into the Hanged Man and meeting a soon-to-be party member. Not just yet, though.
You owe us, Isabela.
Well, Lucky, I'll tell you what. Since the information you gave me was worth nothing, that's what I'll pay you.
Me and my boys will get our money's worth, bitch.
Oh, you poor sweet thing.
Ooh, glassing your own friend is a big elf.
Tell me, Lucky, is this worth dying for? I didn't think so.
She is the duelist from Dragon Age Origins. She's well worth her salt. He made a wise decision walking away from that one. So let's dip into our quest. Enemies among us. Varric's sources say that a woman by the name of Maka has been desperately seeking a particular Templar. She's been spotted outside the Chantry. Main plot, the Deep Rose expedition. We're not there yet. What do we have to talk to Varric for? Questions and answers. That's what it is. We'll take care of that while we're here too. First things first though. Go see what's going on with this happy little harlot.
My. And here I thought the only men in this place were besotted fools who couldn't hoist the mainsail.
You mean like the men you sent scrambling from the tavern?
Exactly like them. Worthless twits. I'm Isabela. Previously Captain Isabela. Sadly, without my ship, the title rings a bit hollow. You're Ferelden, aren't you? You have that look about you. I was in Denerim not too long ago. You know, you might be just what I'm looking for to solve a little problem I have.
I'm always ready to help.
Someone from my past has been pestering me. I've arranged for a duel. If I win, he leaves me alone. But I don't trust him to play fair. I need someone to watch my back.
Who's this person you've arranged to meet?
His name is Thedas. We worked together back in Antiva. He's never liked me. He's been asking about me all around Kirkwall. Thought I'd get it over with and meet him face to face.
You wanted information from Lucky. What was it?
I asked Lucky and his boys to track down something I lost. They failed to do it. It's nothing to worry about, and this is much more important.
Well, what did you lose?
Why a duel?
I like duels. It's what I do. And if I win, he'll be dead. Problem solved.
Oh, she's not wrong about that. It's definitely a way to cut to the chase.
What makes you think I'm right for this?
You saw me talking to Lucky, didn't you? Those boys couldn't manage simple information gathering. I can't trust the riffraff in this place to do anything right. But you're different.
Well, if there's gold, then it's a yes.
I think I could manage watching your back.
I'll bet. I've arranged to meet Thedas in Hightown after dark. I'll meet you there.
Flirtations aside, I do actually quite like Isabela's character in this game. Specifically this game. I think she's a little hollow in all the other games.
Is the whole problem.
She's pretty cool in this one, so...
If they didn't have that to hold over us, we'd have so many more options.
Right. If we want to fight back, or just engage in intelligent debate, they make sure we can't do it.
They're forcing our hands. There's no way to change things peacefully.
There must be something.
If it's tranquility
There you go,
or death,
Bethany.
we have no choice but to make every confrontation a life or death struggle.
It's
I
not.
know, but there are good people in the Circle, the Chantry.
Thank you, Bethany.
There has to be a way to reason with them.
Not if they take away your ability to reason.
Which they don't. You're not tranquil. Look how many times you escaped the... It's funny that his perspective on the Chantry and the Circle is how it is, right? Look at how he's framing that. Tranquility or death. Simple debate, and you'll be stricken from the records, and they'll take your mind, and you'll be executed on sight. Need I remind you that he escaped the circle 7, 8, or 9 times, and he was not made tranquil nor executed. They have active debate gatherings in the fucking circles. There's literally a debate chamber. So, everything that he's talking about, it doesn't really hold up to scrutiny. It's convenient for his cause to paint it as like this life or death struggle, and if you're not with him, you're against him, and make it really extreme and raise the stakes to back that point up. But that's not the reality of the situation at all. Not how it works, unfortunately for him. How's it going, Varric?
So, I've been dying to know, what was going through your head when you fought that ogre?
You want some information for your stories?
I knew that whatever happened, I had to get the others to safety.
Lots of people talk about nobility and selflessness, generally in the same stories that have magic beans. Somehow, Hawk, I imagine things won't be dull with you around. Not that I expect the deep roads to be boring, mind you. Constant threat of doom does tend to keep you awake.
Yeah, I think we'll manage to get the old heart beaten.
Anything in particular I should know about your brother?
To understand Bartrand, you've got to understand the Dwarven Merchants Guild. These are dwarves who would sell their mothers if they thought it'd get them a better share of the lyrium market. Anyone who deals with them has to sleep with a knife under their pillow. In my family, that's Bartrand.
Like I said, Varric's the people person, and when he breaks it down like that, it's no surprise why he enjoys that more, huh?
What are your plans for this trip into the deep roads?
Bartrand's running the show. Andraste's ass, he'd probably do that even if we weren't paying for everything. The tide we're looking for is supposed to be a week's travel from the surface, so I hope you aren't scared of the dark. We've got supplies, muscle, excavators. The plan is to carry out everything that's not nailed down.
If we'll be working together, I should find out more about you.
True enough. I suppose you want to know my credentials. My family came from Orzammar, noble house Thedas, until my father got caught fixing provings. He and our whole house got exiled. No huge loss. I was born up here. Sunshine suits me just fine.
Are you a merchant? A mercenary?
I'm a younger son. It's a difficult and dangerous profession. A lot of us die of boredom. Fortunately, being Bartrand's younger brother keeps me on my toes. Maker knows he lacks subtlety. I'm the one who pulls strings to keep the coterie out of our hair. Keep us just a whisker ahead of the other families.
What are the deep roads like?
Well, I could tell you the standard tales. Legions
most
of
people
darkspawn,
tend to
ravenous
shy away from
beasts, cave-ins. I've spent my whole life in Kirkwall. Dangerous enough most days, but it doesn't compare to the deep roads. So, this will be, let's just call it an adventure, I guess.
Great. Now we're adventurers.
And there's our friendship up with Varric, which is good. We want to be buddy-buddy with them. Big fan of his character. And getting back to what I was saying a little bit, Isabella's arc in this game is specifically quite good. This game does Isabela a lot of justice. And she has a very nice arc in this game, specifically if you romance her, which is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be romancing Isabela, the angry horny pirate. But she has a really nice arc out of that. And so?
Are you Ansel?
Ah! Sweet mother of Parth. You can't just run up on someone like that.
A little nervous,
Are
aren't you?
you the one that mercenary told me about? The one looking for work?
I used to work with the Red Iron, if that's what you mean.
Yes, it is. What I mean, that is... My apologies.
Breath.
I haven't been on the surface very long. I keep thinking I'll fall up into that sky any minute.
Bartrand used to be like that. Got jumpy every time he stepped outside.
What a bizarre thing to be scared
It
of.
took Ogren a second, too.
But I digress. I
Even
need
he had
some
to take a
help,
breath when he stepped
rather
outside
badly, in
Orzammar.
fact. Some product of mine has been misplaced. The men who were supposed to deliver it decided not to. If you retrieve my property, I could reward you handsomely.
Just what did these men steal?
Did I say steal? I don't know if I
You
would
said
go that
misplaced,
far.
which is the implication
They
answer.
seemed like perfectly reasonable smugglers. They smiled and everything.
Oh, wow.
The goods are valuable, however, and illegal. And my client wants them very, very badly. You know how these Templars can be.
You're smuggling lyrium to the Templars.
Maker's breath. Between the Chantry, the Carta, and the Coterie.
By the Paragons, not so loudly. My word. I'm not cut out for this. I should have taken that job sweeping stables like Mother insisted.
I think she was probably right, but I'll help you with this.
I'll get it back for you.
Oh, thank goodness. The gentlemen conduct their business at night in a little hovel within the alienage. If you have to kill them, then I guess it can't be avoided. But I'm sure they'll be reasonable.
I'm sure they won't. But it's cute of you to try and phrase it like that, I suppose. Yeah, Isabella's character arc, romance-wise, in this game, it really does remind me of Morrigan's character arc, because Morrigan is another character in Dragon Age Origins that I feel like has a much better arc as a romance option. Like, it's still good as a friend. Don't get me wrong, it's still good like that, but it really is better when it's a romance. Hello, scumbags. I knew there was a combat encounter here. You just had to get the first ones first. Which means when we go back to Hightown, we might get our second one for the guard pretenders too, hopefully. Just roll up like that for a mind blast. You have to do that when you're surrounded. I'd tell you to run up into it like that. I have taken quite a lot of damage in this fight. Dropped, knocked off the block. Yeah, I might have to dip into my tactics and refine that a little more. I'm not sure why Anders is being so horny to get that mind blast off. He's supposed to only do that when he's surrounded. He's not supposed to make himself surrounded in order to get it off.
It's a little quiet here tonight. Too quiet.
I would agree with that sentiment. Rough save. Varric, would you like to go
That's
first?
just rude.
That's
what
why.
are they trying to do? Ruin my boots. Last one.
He just jumping in there real hard. Oh, hi. You all are not as sneaky as you would want to be. Beautiful.
Someone must have tipped them off.
Anso's goods are probably in that chest.
Well, if that's the case, then before we check that chest, make sure we check the rest of this hovel. Smuggler's cargo, which is empty.
It's empty.
Waste of bloody time. Who put us up to this?
I guess we have no choice but to go back to Anso and tell him.
It would seem.
That's not the elf. Who is that?
It doesn't matter. We were told to kill whoever enters the house. On your guard!
You're welcome to try. These are Tevinter slavers too, so I'm more than happy to kill these Tevinter scumbags. Tevinter hunters. What is it you are hunting exactly?
That's enough out of you!
Slaver. Slave this, bitch. Scumbag. Oh, I want you. Stop casting. Alright, that's our level up. Let's take a little look into this. Attributes, we'll get 20. We'll do 16 to make it even, and then I'll probably stop with willpower for a little, because I'm not really noticing us run out of stamina. I don't really have the abilities to be spamming to run out of stamina in the first place, so I think we'll be okay with that for a while. Now, I do need to try and figure out what I'm going to do about our tree here. We have a specialization unlocked now that we just hit 7, but obviously we're not going to be worrying about that just yet. We have 2 things that we're interested in here. We have Berserker and Reaver. It really doesn't matter which we pick. We do need both eventually. So let's look at the differences here. Berserker. The dwarven culture is in decline, and many dwarves have turned to the surface, bringing their customs and battle traditions with them. Anger is only part of being a Berserker. Anyone can fly into a rage, but only a Berserker can channel that anger into brutal hits that cleave through armor, flesh, and bone. Berserker must be purchased using a specialization point before any talents may be taken from the tree. Specialization points are granted at 7 and 14, so we get a mana stamina regeneration rate of plus 10 here. And the first one we have is Berserk. The Berserker flies into a rage, landing powerful blows for as long as this mode is active. Damage plus 10% of remaining stamina, and then cost is 4 stamina per hit. The cooldown is 10 seconds, and that's sustained. Then we have Adrenaline, which is a damage stacking kind of thing. For a short time, the Berserker taps into deep reserves of energy to make each strike more powerful. The Berserker activates Adrenaline multiple times. Its effects are additive, which is very cool. We have Death Blow. Each time the Berserker fells an enemy, the thrill of victory restores a larger than normal portion of the Berserker's stamina. And this is where the juice begins, which is in Barrage. For a short time, the Berserker trades Protection for speed, lashing out with rapid blows, but taking more damage from enemy attacks. Berserker must be active. So that's going to make us a little more squishy, but it is going to beef us up a little. And then, of course, in the Reaver tree, we have a true Reaver has tasted the ritually prepared blood of a dragon. It is more than a state of mind. These fearsome warriors revel in death, regaining energy from the suffering of their foes. Reaver must be purchased using specialization point, yada yada yada. So here we have Blood Frenzy. The Reaver knows no pain, but is no stranger to vengeance. For every wound the Reaver sustains, attack damage increases. As our health goes down, our damage goes up. Here we have Sacrificial Frenzy. The Reaver sacrifices health to increase the effect of Blood Frenzy, so that's going to beef us up even more. We have Fervor. Attack speed plus 30% upon enemy death. We have Aura of Pain, which is the same as Dragon Age Origins. And then we have Devour, which is going to be our heal back. I think I might go Reaver first. So ordinarily, I would totally go into Berserker first. It's just better, typically. But I think Reaver might be a little better here. So screw it. Let's get Reaver. Then we'll get Blood Frenzy. Because I eventually would like to get Fervor, because that's going to beef us up really nicely. Perfect. And we are officially a Reaver. For the record, it is more efficient if you go Berserker first. I just feel like having the Reaver abilities. But it is definitely more efficient if you go into Berserker first. I just don't have enough willpower right now to make that relevant. I want to focus on strength first.
I don't know who you are, friend, but you made a serious mistake coming here.
Lieutenant, I want everyone in the clearing, now!
Captain!
Your men are dead, and your trap has failed. I suggest running back to your master while you can.
You're going nowhere, slave.
I am not a slave.
And that is very cool.
I apologize. When I asked Anso to provide a distraction for the hunters, I had no idea they'd be so numerous.
Nothing we couldn't handle.
You were responsible for this.
I'm the reason you're here, yes. My name is Fenris. These men were Imperial bounty hunters, seeking to recover a Magister's lost property, namely myself. They were trying to lure me into the open. Crude as their methods were, I could not face them alone. Thankfully, Anso chose wisely.
Well, I obviously have no problem helping a slave be free and slaughtering slavers in the meantime.
Everything Anso said was a lie, then?
Not everything. Your employer was simply not who you believed.
If you couldn't fight them, why not just run?
There comes a time when you must stop running, when you turn and face the tiger.
I like that sentiment.
That seems like a lot of effort to find one slave.
It is.
Does this have something to do with those markings?
Yes. I imagine I must look strange to you. I did not receive these markings by choice. Even so, they have served me well. Without them, I would still be a slave.
If they were really trying to recapture you, then I'm happy I helped.
I have met few in my travels who have sought anything more than personal gain. If I may ask, what was in the chest? The one they kept in the house?
It was empty.
I suppose it was too much to hope for. Even so, I had to know.
You're expecting something else?
I was, but I shouldn't have. It was bait, nothing more.
You're expecting
I
something
thought we
else?
could have followed up on that.
I was, but I shouldn't have. It was bait, nothing more.
You didn't need to lie to get my help.
That remains to be seen. It's as I thought. My former master accompanied them to the city. I know you have questions, but I must confront him before he flees. I will need your help.
It sounds like you intend to do more than just talk.
Denarius wants to strip the flesh from my bones, and has sent so many hunters that I've lost count. And before that, he kept me on a leash like a Qunari mage, a personal pet to mock Qunari custom.
Ouch.
So, yes, I intend to do more than just talk.
Lead the way.
If it means fighting more slavers, I'll help you.
Couldn't have said that better myself.
I will find a way to repay you. I swear it. The Magister is staying at a mansion in Hightown. Meet me there as soon as you can. We must enter before morning.
And obviously that is very much on my to-do list. So we got 2 new companion stories going on here this episode. That is why I split it last time. Just quickly, since we seem to have reset some of the combat encounters, let's go check the places we didn't get fights last time.
Get ready!
Because I would like to unlock this hideout while we're here. I was about to say, it'd be nice time for a fireball, Bethany. We're not going to benefit too much from Reba yet, but eventually we will. Right now we're just getting the attack boost for every time we lose a little block of our health, but eventually this is going to make us very chunky, especially further. Getting that increased attack speed every time an enemy falls is going to be insane DPS. It offers much more of a buff than would imply. Here we go. Sharp little pinpricks. Directions to the shop's base. We've got a new base, and you lot best keep the law away. Directions to the Lowtown sneak below. But don't come unless you've got good news, or you'll get an answer square between the eyes. Ignacio Strand. And it went ahead and marked it on our map for us, so guess where we're going before we go ahead and take care of what Fenris and Isabela are asking for. Let me just check quickly, because I'll always take the extra XP if there's some violence. But I think they're not going to spawn anymore since we took care of it and got the hovel location. Alright, Ignacio. Hope you're ready to die.
Here we go!
That won't help you.
Is everyone all right? I'm practically there. That was beautiful. I'll deal with this. All over the place.
And that is Sharp's little pinpricks. Alright, so let's hop into Varric first things first. We got our juicy level ups. 15 con is about where it needs to be. I'll probably go 2 con in 1 dex. We're moving like that because I want to be able to keep opening chests as we go into higher chest related areas. Let's add truce, code, back to back, twist the knife. Can't get corral yet, we need 4 points here. Twist the knife would be cool. Back to back is also relevant, so let's get back to back. Put that for now. For Bethany, I'll probably just keep going 2-1. She hasn't been in much trouble, really, with her health, so I haven't really felt the need. Now we can get Heroic Aura, or we can get Haste. The mage imbues the party with speed for a short time. Attack speed 50% for all party members. That is very good, and we will put that on, but I'm not going to let her use it tactically. I'm going to be the one proccing that myself. Anders doesn't have anything for us yet, so we'll wait for him to level up. Yeah, tactically like that.
In fact, get rid of any other groups like that, and I'll be at the Hanged Man with some toys as reward. Courtesy of some interested friends.
Well, how about that?
So we could go ahead and take this immediately too. The Hanged Man to turn all that in, but that's not what we're going to do. We got business first elsewhere. It is, in my opinion, much better to just get it all done and then turn all 3 in together for that big cash reward as one big chunk. Instead of, you know, taking your time, getting the first one done, then going back and forth and back and forth. I'm not sure, Varric. Maybe it's the... Maybe it's that. You demonstrated it better than I could have said it. Let's see what haste is like, shall we? That's what haste is like. Go down the help body. It doesn't last long and it has a long cooldown, but... Let me go over there and help my party. And Night Lies. Directions to the Shallow Guard base. You've got the barracks set up here in Hightown, and Captain Kurth expects you for training. You won't convince a blind man if we don't do everything by the book. Show up or ship out. Pellet. And since we're already here in Hightown, you may as well get that one done too, so... I'll dip into that base of operations and kill those scumbags before we do the rest. And then we'll just wrap up Isabela and Fenris and we'll call it a day for this episode. But I do like clearing out all these little bases and hustles. It's a nice little way to get him out of danger, is get him to use back-to-back on somebody in your backline, and he'll just zip out of combat and go somewhere safe where he's more needed. The barracks. So this is the guard pretenders. Save up. Really should have leveled Anders up before that, but oh well. Oh, perfect, we can do it now. So for Anders is a little more tricky because he has a lot of things that are going to be going on eventually with Vengeance and Panacea and things like that. So for his attributes, I usually like to go 2-1, 2 magic, 1 willpower. And then I usually go 1-1-1 into magic, will, and constitution. So this one is going to be the 1-1-1. And then we'll go 2-1 next time, and we'll just keep going like that. That always seems like the best way to do him, because Panacea and Vengeance, which you get a decent amount of free abilities with him actually, but he can be a little hard to manage and set up, so it's usually better if you take your time. These things very slowly. We got Barrier last time. We can get Stunning Mind Blast. We can chump that up. We did get Heroic Aura for you, I believe, right? We did. We could just go straight into Valiant Aura and make that better. Yeah, let's do that. Let's buff your buffs. Make me better so I can make you better, kind of deal.
Get ready!
Catch you all at a bad time. Lure them into us first. Okay, need to come in here too.
I'll deal with it!
Yeah, that's Kurth done.
They've got reinforcements!
Indeed they do, and they always spawn behind you, so whenever you fight that first wave, be prepared for this nonsense in the second wave. Because they always spawn right there like that. He's already using gold, which is good. Done him up.
Using potion!
That is not what I want to do, actually. What I want to do... start pulling you all out of this tragic situation. I need you all in here. Because the firing line of assholes in there is absurd. If they want the smoke, let's make them come get it. This one is the toughest one, at least for now. The constant flank spawns they give you in the back line right there can be really chunky sometimes if you're not careful. Especially on higher difficulties, like I'm on hard, I'm not on Nightmare, but I'm only one off Nightmare and it's tricky. Like you saw the health going down way more than it has in all the other ones, so recommend caution in this one, especially with that back line. They came to fuck shit up. The little sneaky trap that BioWare does sometimes with the spawns in this game, where you'll think you're all good and you'll be focusing front side, and then all of a sudden you'll notice your whole party is dead and you turn around and it's because there was a whole gang of archers and blood mages that they just decided to spawn up behind you.
There you are. I've been here for hours. Ada hasn't shown up. No one has. I don't like this.
I don't like this. That's right up there with what could possibly go wrong.
That's the wench we're looking for. Gut her.
Let's make this quick!
Well, that's not gonna...
Thedas sent them. Search the bodies. I need to find out where he is.
So the main chick is the one that had it.
Hiding in the chantry and sending thugs to finish me off? Coward. He'll not get away with this. Come on.
Well, we know where the chantry is. Hop and skip.
To arms!
We actually have an item called Thedas Razor, and I wonder if it's the same Thedas. Might be his sword that we have. Hold your horses, Isabela. I got loot. You ready to get this done?
Isabela, should have known you'd find me here.
Tell your men to burn the letters next time.
Castillon was heartbroken when he heard about the shipwreck. You should have let him know you survived.
It must have slipped my mind.
Where's the relic?
I lost it. Castillon's just going to have to do without.
Lost it? Just like you lost a ship full of valuable cargo?
They weren't cargo, Hader. They were people.
Those slaves were worth 100 sovereigns a head, and you let them scurry off into the wilds. And now the relic's gone too. Castillon won't be happy to hear that. I promise you.
Will someone explain what's going on?
Isabela's been a very bad girl. Ruined a perfect business deal, and then ran away. She didn't tell you?
I told him enough. I said I arranged for a duel, which I did. I also said you wouldn't play fair, which you didn't. We can talk later if you want. Right now, we have other problems.
Castillon isn't a very happy person, is he? Maybe he needs a new hobby.
There's only one way to settle this.
You like to mix in some sarcasm sometimes. Shall we? Based. Honestly, if we sink you in, do mind blast. Anders, you're having a bad day, aren't you? My system bozos. None of your heals are available, but shit, looks like the fight's over. It's still this guy. Okay. You don't have a fireball yet. Oh. You can jump.
I was trying to talk him down.
Trust me, it's better this way. Castillon won't hear about me from Hader, but he'll find me eventually. I just have to get him the relic. It's simple as that.
What's so interesting about the relic?
I don't really know what it is, except that it's ancient and worth my weight in gold. Castillon has me chasing it down as payback for freeing his slaves. To be honest, I think he just wants me dead, but that would be letting me off easy.
You hired Lucky to track down information on the relic?
That's right. He insisted he knew everything that was going on in Kirkwall. He lied. I bet he doesn't even know everything going on in his pants.
I'm sure you were helping him with that.
Did you end up in Kirkwall because your ship was destroyed?
There was a storm. The ship ran aground on the reefs near the city. I managed to make it to shore. Most of my men weren't as lucky. Poor sods. I knew some of those men almost 10 years. Ah, balls.
Who is Castillon?
He's a powerful merchant based in Antiva. I believe he has ties to the Felicissima Armada. I used to work for him. The jobs mostly involved smuggling lyrium, jewels, or the occasional criminal acquaintance. He paid well.
What's this about you freeing slaves?
I was asked to escort Castillon's cargo ship. I got a bad feeling about the job partway through. Boarded the ship to find slaves. Nearly 200. Elves, humans, children even. It was sickening. They paid Castillon to take them away from the Blight. He took their money and sold them into slavery. Even I can see that's wrong.
If getting the relic gets Castillon off your back, then I'll help you retrieve it.
I still don't know where it is, but you'll be the first to know if I hear anything. Anyway, thanks for helping me out with Hader. I think I'll tag along for a while. There might be something I could do for you. And I have a room at the Hanged Man if you're looking for company later.
That was a fast offer. Let's tag you in for a little bit, Isabela. We'll try and level you up as we go. We need to do some work with her anyways. We're gonna have to build them all up eventually, because if we don't, it's gonna be a mess. So let's take a look at that now, actually. We can't do anything with your attributes, unfortunately. What are we looking at, attribute-wise? I might honestly end up respeccing you, but for now. What do you have? Fatiguing fog is going to be important. Pretty important, actually, very quickly, so... That's speed. Yeah, you get an attack speed buff from... Okay, so let's work on fatiguing fog. Get that immediately. The rogue covers more ground with rush, knocking enemies down along the path. That's fine. We'll keep on improved formula. Get her fatiguing fog. And we'll mess with her as we go up, like I said. I ought to actually give you something to wear too. We might have new toys for you actually. So that's 12. Your current is 8. And then again, 5. Yours is actually better than that. Forgive me. You can keep one of your famous daggers. Langosara's is 27, so you know that's going though. Too bad we don't have anything else for you, but you can take this at least. We'll have another dagger for you hidden somewhere. I Royal Family Crest, endures blue fully. Gives you 23 attack, that's 10 health, 1 armor. She is very squishy, so she is going to need some resistances, which we'll just pile these on for now, I guess, because she is definitely going to need the resistances. Isabela is very, very, very squishy at first. But we'll fix that up as we go. We can buy some armor upgrades for her from some merchants, things like that. Should be solid enough when we're done. Last but not least, let's go fix Fenris's whole problem. Get the slaver off his back. Nothing else, we get to kill slaves in the process, so.
No one has left the mansion, but I've heard nothing within. Denarius may know we're here. I wouldn't put it past him.
I could stand to know a little more about this Denarius.
He is a magister of the Tevinter Imperium. There, he is a wealthy mage with great influence. Here, he is but a man who sweats like any other when death comes for him.
He may have prepared some magical defenses.
They will not keep me from him.
Let's go get some. We gotta take him inside this. Well, for right now, what do we have? Who are we taking? We need Anders for sure, and Bethany is my speed. So, but that would leave us rogueless. Okay, come on, Varric. I would have taken Isabela there, but I literally can't because of the way.
I am not afraid of you, Denarius.
Couldn't and traps work. If there is a trap down here, then I'm totally gonna need to have things set up this way.
Someone's left a surprise here for him.
Yeah, I almost stepped right on it, didn't I?
We're good to go.
Varric. Let's get Fenris leveled up first. What can you do for me? So this is Tevinter Fugitive, Lyrium Ghost. While this mode is active, Fenris fades into a wraith-like state and becomes difficult to track on the battlefield. It has defense 20, crit chance 20%, reserve 20% of stamina, and it's a sustain. So we'll give you that, obviously, immediately. That's your special thing. And then... so you definitely need Giant's Reach. We'll give you Sunder. Mighty Blow is good. We'll probably use Scythe too. Yeah, that's fine for now. We won't use him much, so I'm not going to mess with his tactics too much right now, but when it becomes relevant to do such a thing. But right now, apparently we're buying a whole gang of demons. No surprise, we're hunting the Tevinter. Varric, you're not goading me as much as I want you to.
He sends spirits to do his fighting for him.
Denarius, can you hear me?
Your pets cannot stop us.
Indeed. Alright, Varric, how about you take point on this? Because he seems like he's gonna spawn traps at us. Save up there.
Everyone stay still. Try not to make any...
I see that. Time clicking on this guy. There's the box. Good on everybody's health.
I can do this.
Good boy, Mabari in the background going ham on the demon. You're a problem. This guy. I see you, you fuck.
Go.
Now, obviously, Winter's Grasp is incredible to use against Rage Demons. It's been the go-to slaughter button for Rage Demons all the way since Origins. Good. Well, I'm not seeing your man yet from this.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, at least. And that is why I brought Varric, not Isabela, because she wouldn't have had the stat for this. I didn't respec her yet.
Not likely.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because, again, you have to worry about all the XP you get from the chest because, again, XP is finite. You're never going to get it back. And you can't come back here to get those chests later. So if you don't bring a rogue this time that is capable of opening that, then get shit out of luck. You already see that little fun house trap outside, so you are both gonna move up. Kind of hard to get their bucks sometimes.
Messing with us is suicidal.
Indeed. Alright, so that takes care of that. Need more funhouse traps in here. Save up one more time before we dip into this. You are the problem. Let's grasp Varric. And if you can, if you can't, I won't hold it against you. Beautiful. Eye on the back line.
Let's do this. Oh, this will be fun. I'll deal with this.
Still good for now. Stunned so you can't attack our squishies for a second. Rage Demon, we got the key for that locked door back in the front room. But I'm sure it's not all as simple as that. More demons abound, for sure, right? get up there and catch up. Okay. Now, obviously.
Nothing to worry about.
You just need to burst that down. Because he's a problem if he's allowed to get out of control. And then in general, his friends are probably just going to funnel themselves into this meat grinder on the staircase, so... Try and make sure everybody got time to catch up to us. We're just going to sit our guy right here. Because as they funnel up, they're all just going to get aggroed onto me, and that'll keep our squishy safe, in theory. On him.
Gone. I'd hoped... No, it doesn't matter any longer. I assume Denarius left valuables behind. Take them if you wish. I need some air.
I assume you're leaving us his valuables as payment, since he doesn't want them. What do we have? Monies. Slaver Lord's Cowl would be good if we were a mage, but we're not. And I think when I was spamming R when that encounter ended, I think I sucked up all the loot here, so... Let's head outside and see how Fenris is doing after realizing he's not going to get a shot at the slaver. At least not right now. Maybe in the future, right?
It never ends. I escaped a land of dark magic, only to have it hunt me at every turn. It is a plague burned into my flesh and my soul. And now I find myself in the company of even more mages.
Ah, here it comes.
You two are gonna get along beautifully.
I saw you casting spells inside. I should have realized sooner what you really were. You harbor a viper in your midst. It will turn on you and strike when you least expect. That is in its nature.
I don't remember you objecting too strenuously while we were fighting.
I'm not blind. I know magic has its uses, and there are undoubtedly mages with good intentions. But even the best-intentioned mage can fall prey to temptation. And then, their power is a curse to inflict upon others.
Considering all the curses inflicted on us, I'd say it's an even trade.
I imagine I appear ungrateful. If so, I apologize, for nothing could be further from the truth. I did not find Denarius, but I still owe you a debt. Here is all the coin I have, as Anso promised. Should you find yourself in need of assistance, I would gladly render it.
Your old master must want something more than just a runaway slave.
He doesn't want me at all, just the markings on my skin. They are lyrium, burned into my flesh to provide the power that Denarius required of his pet. And now, he wishes his precious investment returned, even if he must rip it from my corpse.
That is rough.
Perhaps you can find a way to pay him back.
I will pay him back, in blood. You have no idea what he's done to me, what I went through just to get away.
I was only trying to help you.
That was unworthy of me. The truth is, I know nothing of the ritual that placed these markings on me. It was Denarius's choice, one he now regrets.
I've seen some of your abilities. Do they come from those markings?
Some. All I know is that even in the Imperium, warriors such as myself are rare. Perhaps they believe I should feel honored.
Do you think your master will keep chasing you?
He is too proud not to. Perhaps one day the hunt will cost him more than he is willing to pay. But I doubt that matters any longer.
Are you going to have a problem with my companions?
I will watch them carefully if we travel together. I can promise no more.
That's fair.
I'm planning an expedition I might need help with.
Fair enough. Should you ever have need of me, I will be here. If Daenerys wishes his mansion back, he is free to return and claim it. Beyond that, I am at your disposal.
And we are happy to have you, Fenris. Alright, so now we can go back to what we were beforehand, but it won't matter too much because that is where we're going to wrap this episode on up. So, thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you appreciate what I do here and you're feeling particularly generous, then please do check out the Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Dragon Age 2. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.